Hi, welcome to Talkin Sports. I'm Charlie DBAs. This is Jamie Lee, sports writers for the Staten Island Advance. The PSEL girls basketball playoffs begin next week. Staten Island has 4 teams in the playoffs this year. McKee Staten Island Tech will be in the AA playoffs, and Curtis, Tottenville, and New Dorp will be in the single A playoffs. Jamie, McKee Staten Island Tech, what a season. 23-1. And they landed the number 2 seed in the PSEL AA playoffs, which is what we believe to be the highest in Staten Island history. Jamie, I think we have serious reason to believe that McKee Staten Island Tech could go pretty far in the playoffs this year.
Well, Charlie, after arguably the best season by an island public school, Tech receives the number 2 seed behind only Murray Bergstrom, who's ranked number 1 in the country in the ESPN poll right now. That's some pretty lofty company. Now, MSIT coach Peter Lamarca has talked all year about the value of a senior-laden lineup. With the leadership of Christina Gargiso, Courtney Turner, Jessica D'Angelo, and Katrina Crepano, the Seagulls are poised to make probably a very deep playoff run and possibly even meet up with Murray Bergstrom in the finals.
Absolutely, and the thing is, you just mentioned the seniors. These 4 girls have been on Staten Island Tech. They've been on varsity for the last 4 years. They've been pivotal to the 23-1 record. Their only loss came to St. John Villa. They avenged that loss about a week ago. They also have a couple of underclassmen, junior Brittany Bordanza and sophomore Kristen Marco, who have also made a mark on this season. They're going to play a pivotal role this year also. So they go into, now they have the first round playoff game against Frederick Douglass. This should be a game that McKee Staten Island Tech should handle going into the next round.
The Seagulls entered their first playoff game against Frederick Douglass, very sizable favorites. Now, the only problem that they're going to really run into here is the existence of 6'2" Jalea Moses and 6'2" Jasmine John Jakes. Now, the tallest player on the MSIT roster is Jessica D'Angelo at 5'8". But as long as they adhere to their strong fundamental values, which Coach Lamarca has instilled in them, they should be fine.
They have several girls who could dribble. They have several girls who could rebound. They have several scorers. Christina Gargiso has stepped up a game this year. She could score. She's got a better ball handle this year, plays great defense. They have a collective unit that does things very well together, and I think that's one of the big reasons why they've been successful this year.
And they feed off each other. When one girl's having an off night, another girl steps up. I see a lot more of that, especially with FDA point guard Samantha Azinga probably shadowing Gargiso for most of the game. Expect to see a lot of D'Angelo, a lot of Turner, and a lot of Marco off the bench.
I don't think there's any question McKee Staten Island Tech could make a serious run here, and the best part, I think, is that they wouldn't have to play Murray Bergstrom until the championship game. Staten Island has 3 teams in the single A playoffs, Curtis, Tottenville, and New Dorp. I think there was a couple of people a little upset on Staten Island that Curtis should have been in the AA playoffs too. They're the number 1 seed in the single A playoffs, and I think they're going to do very well. They'll probably make a serious run and win the single A. Would you agree with that, James?
Charlie, I couldn't agree with you more. At 12-2, their only 2 losses in the PSAL came to McKee Staten Island Tech, the number 2 in the AA. And both times they played them very competitively. I don't think there's any reason, especially with their non-league slate, that they should not have been moved into the AA playoffs. Even though the number 1 seed in the A is something to really talk about, it's not what they deserve. They deserve the AA. Now, I don't think they're going to have much trouble against the School of the Future in their first game. They have Egypt Collier as their only scorer, and the likes of Caitlin Clifford and Michelle Clay should keep her under wraps defensively. And with Clifford, Clay, and Victoria McCauley posing a big threat on the inside, they should provide plenty of offense and should run away with this thing early.
Tottenville and New Dorp could also make a serious run to maybe the semifinals or even the final. Is that far-fetched, Jamie?
I don't think it's out of the question, Charlie. The Pirates have Medgar Evers prep this round. They outsized them with Michelle Parascandola, Olivia Tierno, and Jacqueline Fitzgibbons. They should be able to wear them down inside and just pound the ball in. The Central Cougars, meanwhile, have Jane Addams. Now, as long as Princess Walker continues to produce, and she has all year as the island's top PSAL scorer, I don't think there's any way they should be able to keep her under wraps and keep the Central Cougars from moving on.
Well, that's it this week for Talkin Sports. I'm Charlie DBAs. This is Jamie Lee.
And remember, for all your extensive high school girls basketball playoff coverage, you can check out highschoolsports.silive.com.